back with another episode of the DJs Need Love To show. If you still tuned in, make sure you hit that notification button down below. That way, when we get new episodes, you'll be notified when they drop. But we got a special guest in the building. And I'm talking about real special. Y'all seen them on stages. Y'all seen them tear up clubs. Hey, y'all even may have caught him shaking a little hip a little bit lately because, you know, it's getting crazy out there. It's getting crazy. We got PForReal in the building.
PForReal.
Bing bong. How y'all doing?
So where is PForReal from?
PForReal's from New York.
Okay.
I'm from New York. Long Island. I grew up in Long Island. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
How did you get the name PForReal?
PForReal. From Pharrell.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad was working with Pharrell, and it's kind of how how it happened. It was a joke, and then it came into a real thing, you know. So it just lasted longer than it was supposed to. Now I'm here.
Wait, we're not just gonna go past that. You said your dad worked with Pharrell.
Yeah.
So that means you've had heavy ties in the music business for a while.
Yeah, my dad's a producer and a DJ. So people don't know my dad's name is Prince Paul. He produced like De La Soul. He got a Grammy with Chris Rock. He's that dude. You know what I'm saying? So I'm an industry kid.
Born from a boombox, you might as well say it.
Yeah, he's did a lot of things.
So when did that all kind of like spark? Was it like he was bringing you along and you kind of was like, I want to join into this too? Or was it like you had your own little moment of clarity where you like, hey, I want to do this for real?
Nah, like growing up, my dad's worked with everyone. You know what I'm saying? So like anybody from like the late 80s to about the early 2000s, my dad's worked with. So my dad was like the Metro Boomin of his time, right? So seeing that as a kid, it's like, I want to do that too. You know what I'm saying? It's like an inspirational thing. So it's like, besides me being like, the son, I've naturally being like whatever. I've been around it, so I got good. And it became like a secondhand thing.
Okay, so did you start DJing when you moved to Atlanta?
No.
How long were you DJing
I was
for?
DJing since I was 8.
Okay.
I come from an era of like vinyl. Like I used to DJ with vinyl, and then when CDJs first came out, I was carrying around a bunch of CDs, and like I've been DJing for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So like any type of DJing that you've seen like in history books, so that's me. Besides like old school shit, but like I came from like crates of records and DJing and like as a kid, and then like trying to find a record, what's next, like that. That's where I come from. At my big age of 30 plus, I'm been doing this for a long time.
So we talked about it. You've been killing stages for a long time now, from clubs to concerts. We didn't even talk about, what type of craziness goes on in these concerts when you be there. Because to be for real, PForReal, I see you on a concert one day, and then next thing you know, I turn around, you in the club back home the next day. Like, how are you keeping up with that busy lifestyle?
Yeah, I don't play. I do a show and I try to catch the first flight out. If I don't gotta do an after party, I'm out of there. Because if I stay, I'm spending money. And I go to get the bag and I get on. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, some places you gotta be like, hey,
I mean, like if I'm in Miami or if I'm like, somewhere like New York, LA, I'll stay at night, maybe 2. You know what I'm saying? But like, catch it.
In Dubai,
book a few clubs. You know what I'm saying? But like, if I'm not just out, if I'm just kicking it, especially like in weird states like Kentucky or something stupid like that, like I'm
go back home.
Yeah, if my show is at 8 p.m. and there's a flight at midnight, I'm on the first flight. Like I could to give me my truck to the airport, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? But nah, like it's all balance. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta drink a lot of water. You know what I'm saying? Get your sleep when you can, eat when you can, and then rest your body and take your vitamins, work out, and go to the gym. Gotta take care of yourself.
PForReal be in there hooping.
Yeah, I gotta sweat. Pause.
So I know he was talking about shows. You go on tour. So what's the longest tour you've been on?
Longest tour, probably like 2 months.
2 months?
Month and a half, 2 months.
Okay, so living in Atlanta, going on tour, and Atlanta breaks a lot of Atlanta artists. Mm-hmm. So is it hard for you to keep up with Atlanta artists, like new music that might be popping in the city when you come back from tour?
Kinda, not really. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing with, especially like music, it moves fast, but then it doesn't. So like you get a lot of new music. It might be 1 or 2 songs that pop off in a month or 2, but not really. Like it's not that many new songs that you're gonna get in the next 2 months. It might be like some underground shit. Like okay, this is moving in Atlanta, but other than that, it's not really. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Not too crazy. Right. Well, I can't adapt. I'm a professional. You know?
They kind of bounce off that. PForReal, you came from a good era. You came from an era where songs actually lasted for more than a month. So let's talk about the difficulty of being a DJ nowadays and stuff like that. And a song comes out and you like, this a banger, and then next week that shit gone.
Yeah, I mean, I think now we just live in an era where everything is so like. My dad says back in the day, like you have a bunch of fast food music. You know what I'm saying? So like a song will be lit for like a month, 2 months, 5 tops, and it's done. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality of it. So, I mean, you just gotta adapt to the times, and and the era that we in, and then
you think TikTok been part of that?
Yeah, especially social media is a big thing. Like because you understand how many people are in the studio right now, like this is a banger, I'm about to put this out. So out of the million people that you are in the studio right now as we speak, boom, another hit, right? Boom, another song getting made, another song's getting exported and dropped, right? So all them songs are getting put out to the universe through social media and through SoundCloud or whatever the fuck is going through. And then one of them is going to hit. You know what I'm saying? So that's how fast music is moving now.
I would ask this because, with DJs and, like I said, you got a busy schedule and all of that. How do you stay in tune with the streets to know which ones are the this here today, gone tomorrow, and which ones are the this here to stay?
I think it's just being active and being outside. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta, as tired as it is, and as much as I want to be at home watching TV and playing Call of Duty and like working on music, I have to also be outside and do things, right? Yeah. So like, especially as a DJ, as an active DJ, you have to just be good outside, shaking hands and in people's faces. As much as you don't want to do it. Like if I'm not DJing, I just go and say what's up to people. Like I have to things you have to do. You know what I'm saying? As a DJ, like unless you're like to a point in your career, like Drama, Khaled, who else that's super lit? Anybody that's like succeeded the past of like, okay, it's like there's like me and there's like a step up above me. That's like Drama and Khaled. You know what I'm saying? That's that step. So when you get there, then you don't need to do as much. But like you have to like go and like you gotta see what's going on. Okay, cool, that's a good song. Or like it's part of the game.
Okay. Favorite city right now to DJ in whenever you travel? Like what city are you like?
Gotta get that.
When I go here on vacation, I wanna work.
I haven't had a vacation in a long time, FYI. But I wouldn't mind one. But
sheesh, big flowers to whatever city this get named.
Yeah, I don't really. I like Toronto. I like DJing Toronto just because the vibe is just so different, and I like places where I could DJ where I could play whatever I want and it's gonna be a good time, right? So that'd be LA sometimes, you know what I'm saying, depending where you go. New York. Like those places where you could really get digging your bag. Like overseas, you could play whatever and they're gonna vibe with you just because one, I'm black, but two, like I'm a black American. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, but other than that, like you could really like play and it'll be entertained.
So which one gave you that harder feel, the overseas crowd or the in-states crowd?
Overseas is always gonna win because they're just so like they're so genuine and they're so like appreciative. You know what I'm saying? Like believe it or not, like I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but there's not that many people as I could fully rock a party. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think Atlanta and people I say America, they got accustomed to it and used to it. You know what I'm saying? But when you go to different countries and different places, it's like whoa, it's like mind blowing. Like you're able to do that. You know what I'm saying? So,
What is your mental preparation before you even get on the stage and rock a big crowd like that?
Meditate and sit and think.
Like you ever get nervous still? Not
so much. I mean, before you get on stage, it's always like that. But other than that, it's not like, because at the end of the day, you're still doing it to do your job, right? So
you hit play at showtime.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like once you step on stage, you shake that shit off. You gotta keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? You know what's gonna make sense. You know what songs are gonna work. You know what to say. Actually, at that point, you don't have to say anything because they're so in tune to the show. I could say, take your shirt off and give your friends a high five and scream. They're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and of course, you get the initial jitter, but you know, after that, you get over it. It's,
all right, Trap. So let's get into this first segment. It's called Giving DJs Their Flowers. So if you can give 3 DJs their flowers that have influenced you to become a DJ.
To become, or do I respect?
Or appreciate, respect, influenced you.
Because, you know, P got them real picky. Like
I'm super picky. And I'm going to say this on air. I'm going to say this one time. A lot of DJs stole my shit. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I see things from certain DJs that I'm like, oh, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is cool. I'm not gonna say to be a dick and be like, I'm just the nicest niggas. I'm not. Yeah. But I see certain things from certain DJs. I'm like, oh, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't think about that. You know, like, but of course, you know, obviously my father. My dad was the first person that actually took me to gigs. I wasn't even old enough to be in. You know what I'm saying? I was in France and there was like women dancing on the table. I'm like 12, right? They're dancing on tables and stuff. And that one gig, he told me, he sat there and was like, look, he broke down every song. He said, look, if I play this song right here, watch how the crowd reacts, right? When I stop it right here and play this song, watch how they're gonna react. But if I stop it here and say this, so he broke down every song throughout the entire party. And from that point on, I'm like, oh, this is light. You know what I'm saying? This is it. This is it. This is how you blend songs together. And this is how this is gonna sound with this. If I stop it here, this is how my brain works when I'm DJing, right? So like when I'm DJing, I'm like, cool. If I stop it here, if I put this song right here, and I stop it here, this is how they're gonna react. But if I play this right here, and like I loop it here, you know what I'm saying? That's how my brain works. So ever since then, that's how like I kind of made myself DJ. Yeah. So I mean, besides him, like influential, like there are some great DJs, you know what I'm saying? Like I think there's a lot of good DJs that know how to talk and DJ. There's a lot of technical DJs that know how to like blend, you know what I'm saying?
Match all that.
So I'll say in Atlanta, like I don't want to start naming names because they're gonna be like, oh well,
you don't even really have to do Atlanta because we don't want to.
Or you could just go bigger. Dad, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna have to be my dad because I adapted everything off of him, and I mean, I think you know what I'm saying, if he watches this, don't take this away, Dad, but like, I think my dad's a great DJ. Like he put me in the position to actually know how to DJ. You know what I'm saying? My dad's more like he could scratch and he could, you know what I'm saying? He knows how to put songs together, what's gonna make sense, right? But I think I took that and I made it to the point where I'm able to like my because DJ's all about song selection, right? So you could be the most technical DJ you want. Like you could match BPMs 80 to 80, but if it's not gonna make sense, it's not gonna make sense, right? So
go ahead. I was saying, talking about your dad and stuff like that, because y'all both seem to have skills. If y'all put both of y'all on the party, who opening, who closing?
Oh, I don't know. That depends on the party, right? If we're doing the '80s party, then yeah, it's gonna close, right? So, but you know, what I'm saying, my dad's 50 plus, 55. You know what I'm saying? So like, he's not gonna be DJing no clubs now. It's like, like I told my dad, I said, "Yo, Dad, come to one of my gigs." He's like, I don't know. Especially since the whole COVID thing. Yeah. So he's like, one day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't. That's a tough question. Like, but don't get me wrong, he's nice. Like, he's like this dude, like behind the back type thing. Like he's a. You know, he's a cutter.
You ever go like to his crib and just fuck around?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, my dad, like I learned everything to this day, like production wise. Like he scores and like does like Netflix projects and like puts the music, music behind scoring is like from movies and X, Y, and Z. So like right now he's like just doing a lot of production and like just doing some HBO thing. So I just sit there and watch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like people have to, especially DJs, just learn how to sit back and just pay attention and learn new things, you know what I'm saying? Get out your head of you being the best or if you think you got it because ultimately you don't. Like I still to this day, like I think I'm nice in my head, but I see some shit from people, I'm like, that's some slick shit. That's fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that person. I'm not that naive to think that I'm not, I can't learn to be better. You know?
Right.
So off of Trap's question, would you rather open up or close a club?
I could do whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So what's your favorite, like your go-to? Like
depends on how I feel for the day. Yeah. Like some days I'll be like, yeah, I want to open. Some days like I'd rather close. But then it also depends on the club too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so let me ask you this though: have you ever like been a closing DJ. You walk in, right? And you probably don't even know the DJ who's DJing there and stuff like that, and he's the opener. And you walk in, he's playing all the hits already. What's the first thing you say?
Like, damn, you burning me out right now.
No, yeah. No, actually, recently, like 2 days ago, I say, this nigga.
I'm not gonna let me hear it.
I'm not gonna name no names.
No. Let me see it.
Just name the name of the club.
Nah, okay. What I was at as an Aura. All right, I was DJing Aura. I walked in. First thing I heard, I wasn't even inside the club yet. Right, it's 12:45, maybe 12:50. He's playing freestyle. I'm like, oh, okay,
that little baby,
right?
baby.
Oh, okay. So I'm like, I'm talking outside. I'm talking to promoters and security guards, and I hear, ding. I said, oh, that's Finito. It's 12:56. He's playing Finito, right? Damn. Club don't close at 3:00 in the morning. So I walk in, right?
What the crowd look like?
Crowd's going crazy. I'm talking about like they're like, right? This thing on section popping bottles. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, cool. So,
getting in the shine.
Yeah, so I walk up. You know, I don't say anything. I'm taking my shit out. Like actually, when I get burnt out, you know what I'm saying? That's like a test me. That's cool. It makes me work. You know what I'm saying? Because now I have to like, ultimately I have to go from like here to go back up, right? Because you already went crazy. So now I have to bring the party a little down to go back. You know what I'm saying? So I find it as a test. But then if you're going to disrespect me in my face, you know what I'm saying, keep playing bangers while I'm here, then I'm going to say something. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I pack my stuff. I set my stuff up. I think he played, what did he play? He played something. I think it might have been like some little Dirk song. Something that's a banger. And I think he's about to load up Just Wanna Rock. I looked at his screen. I looked at his screen.
What?
I'm like, yo, are you dead ass? He's like, what? He's smiling. He's like, yo. I'm like, why are you? I said, relax. He's like, and he just looked dumb. He was like, all right. And he kind of put his head down and like just put some bullshit on, right? And the dude next to him, Kirby, he looked at me. He was like, yo.
Was he like a younger DJ, or was he okay? Yeah. So how do you feel when younger DJs? What if he was doing that, like maybe loading that song up to impress you?
No, it's not about that. Like what? All right, this is for all my opening young. What camera do I look at? Do I look at all of them? So look, all right, cool. This is to all my opening young DJs, right? Even if you're not even opening, just young DJs, period, right? You're gonna have your time, right? Your time will come. There's no need to try to impress anybody as somebody's, even as an opening DJ, right? Your time is not to impress anybody as an opening DJ. Actually, you're not gonna gain respect from playing bangers in the beginning.
Yep.
If anything, you're not gonna get booked anymore because the promoter's gonna be like, wow, you brought my party here. Now it has to go back down here to go back up here. As a closing DJ, you have to be really good after you have to be getting burnt out, because now you have to really dig in your bag and figure it out and talk and X, Y, and Z. So the correct promoter's gonna be like, wow, I can't book him no more, or her, or whoever's going opening, because now you really just kept my party. So now by 1:30 or 1:20, people walking out because they now heard the Glorilla, they heard Finito, they heard everything they wanted to hear. So now I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I've heard everything. I've heard. I came to the club to hear my songs. I heard it. So by 1:10, 1:15, I'm out. I'm good. My bottle almost done. Bye. You know what I'm saying? So, like, at opening DJs is like, that's important. The point of going to a party, and DJs don't understand, like, is to keep people in there and keep them entertained. You are an entertainer. Like, that is your main goal. You come in there to entertain the crowd, but also you have to understand it's still a party, it's still a business, right? So you entertain the crowd, but you want to keep people still buying drinks and bottles and X, Y, and Z. Keep people standing on sections, because if you don't, then the party's gonna be dead. The DJ controls the entire party. Yep. If there's no music, there's no party.
You know, it's with opening DJs, it's a lot of things that can go wrong, but it's also a lot of things you can do right. You can play those songs that people forgot about. You can play, you know, those bangers that may not be the hottest song right now, but they work into your mix to keep the flow going and stuff like that. And one thing that I do hate when I do see like people opening and stuff like that, because I open a lot of times and stuff like that, they don't have no energy. It's like you don't want to be there just because there's no crowd. Yeah. Bro, don't care if there's 4 people in there, 5 people in there, 6 people in there. Your job is to keep them people in there and to watch the party gather up. Like, that's the craziest thing to me, is to watch a party go from 0 to 100. And I love it. But if you sitting there bullshitting, the party will never get to 100. Why? Because people are leaving the opening set as you bullshitting around.
So how do you feel when you're in a party and no one's dancing, but it's packed, or like people just smoking hookah, vibing, smoking weed? So you know that brings your energy. Damn.
The reality of a good DJ is that you control that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, whatever the party is, you walk in and the party's like just stand still. You as a DJ control that. You know what I'm saying? If you're a good DJ, you know how to control that. You know, like but that takes time. That takes a lot of experience. It takes like you going to different types of clubs, and you know what I'm saying? And the point of, I'll say this too, the point of opening DJ is for you to get killed. Right, the point of opening DJing is not for you to shine. Your point of opening DJ is to open the party, and then the DJ coming after you is supposed to kill it. Right, that's the whole point of DJing. That's why when I DJ, when I open, I play a bunch of whatever. Like I'm gonna keep the party entertained, but the point of the closing DJ is to close the party. Right, so the DJ, you don't shine as an opening DJ. Right, so when I'm opening and I know somebody's coming after me, go ahead, bro. I didn't play nothing. You know what I'm saying? I played enough songs. I played the songs to keep the party going. People singing before you walk in. But by the time you walk in, you play all the bangers. You kill me. You know what I'm saying? That's the point.
Stop following underneath that peer pressure from these guests who be walking up to you, not even tipping nothing, bro. You gonna play this? You gonna play? Bro, stop listening. Stay in your
bag. Those are the people he's talking about who come to hear their song and then leave.
It's mostly, and that's mostly women. Women do that. You know what I'm saying?
Opening the real test. I feel like if you're a fire opener, then like it's nothing you can't do.
And that's very true. You know what I'm saying? You learn how to open, then you'll be an amazing closing DJ.
So
you know what I'm saying?
To speak about skills and stuff like that, I want to go into this little surprise segment that we got. We really want to test your skills. See, you know.
I just found out about it, but I'm excited.
You know what I'm saying? See if DJ PForReal is on his ones and twos. So basically, what we're gonna do is
I'm gonna fail.
I got four songs here, right? Mm-hmm. You gotta name the song before it actually gets into it.
This is gonna be bad. I'm bad at this. You know it's now. I'm bad at this. We'll see.
We want to see it. We want to see because I got a few in there that's some throwouts, but we're gonna start off with it and stuff like that. So I got the first song loaded up right here. You ready? Mm-hmm. Let's see it. Let me get this because if you haven't updated Serato, update Serato.
I need an update. I haven't updated.
Oh yeah, Serato just had the 3.0 update. You can do stemmies now. You can do acapellas.
Oh, it's updated now?
Yeah, it's updated now. It ain't no beta. You can do the stems, acapella, instrumentals. You ain't gotta get all that stuff separate, but it will save each one of those files like separately on your computer. So
see, my thing is if it's broke, I ain't gonna fix it. If it ain't broke, I ain't gonna fix it. You know what I'm saying?
Just keep the regular.
Well, I have a few computers. I might put on one of them to see how it is.
Not the main one though.
Not the main one.
All right, we ready?
Yeah.
Let's get it. First song.
Damn, this could be two songs.
I noticed. Wait.
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 Come on, we got
Steady?
Rock Steady by The Whisper.
I know it's Rock Steady.
All right. We got enough.
I'm getting hot.
I'm getting a little easier. Get a little easier. You ready?
Go ahead.
Let's go.
That's easy.
Come on, dog.
Gotta get a little easier.
All right,
Future. What's the name of it?
No other nation. I need love in the nation.
It's called Love.
Is it?
Future, yeah.
It's called Love? I know that.
Love song.
It's Love song. And I play it too. I play it every week. That's crazy.
All right. Well, we got two more. We got two more.
Steady too. I knew
You ready?
Steady. I knew better than that. That's crazy. Oh yeah, Levels. Meek.
Levels.
Yeah, Levels Meek.
Now, we got one more song. Let's see if you're going to get this one, though.
You got to do a dance.
I don't know this one. I never heard this before in my life. I don't know what this is.
What?
See, you know what's crazy? All right, pause it.
Got you.
All right, so I can't dance. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the main reason why I became a DJ, because I can't dance. All right, I could Millie rock. That's about it.
Like,
I can't Dougie. I can't I can't do none of that. Like, don't ask me to do nothing.
He can
It's
dance
as far as it gets. It ain't getting further than that.
So speaking of like the song he just played with Lil Uzi, how did that relationship come about?
Uzi?
Yeah.
So Uzi. This is probably like 2015, 2016. 16. Yeah, Pat, this dude named Pat. Pat is that dude. Right now, I think he works for. I'm not gonna say he works for because I don't want to lie. But Pat is like, he was back in the day when I was in college. He used to give me songs, be like, "Yo, I need you to play this song for me." You know, back in college, like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, clearly you have somebody of importance because you walk in here with ease and you know everybody, right? So I didn't really. For years, I knew Pat, and then I used to break all the songs he gave it to me. So one day he was like, he called me. I was in the movies with my girl at the time, and then he was like, "Yo, I need you to come to the studio." All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, for what? He said, "Lil Uzi needs a DJ." So I was like, "Okay." So I was sitting there. I was dealing with like, man, should I finish watching this movie? Or should I go home and get my laptop and go to the studio? So I end up leaving. I go to the studio and I get there. There was like 4 or 5 of us in there. I was like, "Oh, this is a tryout." You know what I'm saying? This is and it was like high power DJ. I'm not gonna name no names, but I'm talking about like DJs now that's like lit. You know, that actually DJ for other artists. But it was like 4 or 5 of us in there, and it's hot, right? Okay, make sure I'm not tripping. Okay, Jamaica mid August. Okay,
Burning up.
So I go in there, and then I walk in. It's like in there, it's like a room like this. It's a podcast room, and it's Drama Cannon, Royce, who's worked for Atlantic Records, Lake is part of Generation Now, and I want to say Neelam. Neelam was in there too. Neelam is Jack Harlow's manager now. So I'm in there. I'm DJing. I DJ for like 3 or 4 minutes. Cannon's like, "Yo, stop." He's like, "Yo, what are you doing on Friday? I'm flying you out on Friday." Yeah. And that was the first show. The first show was in the Bay. So then my tryout was like on Tuesday. Got my ticket by Wednesday, and I was going by Friday.
Wow.
I was still in school too.
How has that experience been for you so far?
It's been good. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, it's obviously life changing. But, you know, initially when I first was with Uzi was starting, you know, just to pop off. So
yeah,
it wasn't what it is now. But, you know, you stick through it and you go through rough patches, and, you know, like, you know, even it wasn't that rough with Uzi because when he popped off, he popped off. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but, you know, there's always like, you know, patches of improvement and, you know, it's whatever, industry stuff. But, you know, this. Oh, yes. Yeah, exactly. I didn't get my hair like that yet, but I'm going to soon to come.
You going to rock the Jerry curls?
Yeah. I didn't get to that level in my life yet. I didn't. I can't successfully pull off a Jerry curl like that, but he can. I can't do that.
So, going on tour with Uzi, what's like the craziest city you've ever been on tour, or like, and like the worst city, craziest?
Story time with PForReal.
Craziest city. I think the craziest city we went to was like, I don't know, because you understand, I've done so many shows and done so many things that I kind of like everything becomes like a big like mush, and some things I can't talk about because it's like, you know, I can't. It's something just I can't speak. But I think I can talk about my craziest show. I think, or the show that I think was like kind of, I was like, whoa. That's like Coachella. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done almost every festival, right? Like almost every festival you probably think of, for the EDM, hip hop, pop, anything. I've done almost. And it's probably like maybe like 20 festivals I haven't done, but majority I've done almost all of them, right? But Coachella was probably the only one I was like, oh, I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying?
That was crazy.
And it's like it's 20,000, 30,000 people, which is not our biggest crowd, but it's the fact that it's Coachella. You know what I'm saying?
Put that into perspective, what that crowd looks and sounds like to DJs who probably never been on the stage and stuff like that, compared to like,
is your hand
regular
shaking
parties and
type
stuff
of
like
in
that?
Your keyboard?
No, because you're not really nervous because you're in it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, initially, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, if you say you're not nervous when we first start doing something, that means you're not doing it. That means you're not doing it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not nervous walking to something that's new, that means you're doing something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? So initially, yeah, like when the first few shows with Uzi was like, I was terrified because I didn't know what to do. I like, we just do things. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like super rehearsed, and some things are, but some things aren't. So it's like it's just me figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? So like all the years we've been together, it's just kind of like we have like this chemistry. So that's the initial, you're nervous, but then like once you're in it, you're doing it. It's like,
Yeah.
you know.
So I got a question. What's that one song that just you play that song when you on there and the crowd loses their mind every time, no miss?
I mean, besides like EXO Tour Life, obviously, right?
Yeah.
This like Uzi's been going through like there's like different phases of like songs, right? So like since 2016, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, it's like some 6-7 years. Like certain songs that we played back in 2016 was like, you know what I'm saying? And like now maybe not so much, but like the consistent song that goes crazy regardless is EXO Tour Life. You know what I'm saying? I have certain favorites, but we're not playing those anymore. So, you know.
I want to bring a question back that we haven't asked in a while. What's 3 things you want to see change in the DJ community?
Change.
Yes. Dealing with promoters, parking, bar tabs.
Stuff that you may just be tired of.
Yeah.
In general, just what is it?
Yeah. Okay. Well, obviously, yes. Obviously, I think DJs need to be more appreciated. You know what I'm saying? This goes out to this is my camera, right?
Yep.
So, all my promoters and club owners, I need y'all to understand this, right? We create the party, whether you want to believe it or not. Like, you can bring as many people as you want. It could be packed. But if there's no me, there's no party. If I don't DJ correctly, if I don't do what I have to do, there's no party. If I'm not good, no one's going to buy a drink. People going to leave. There's no party. So with that being said, we have to be compensated as well. You know what I'm saying? Compensation has to match the work of what we're doing, right? I'm not going to discuss my funds on here because I might, you know, I'm not going to start that conversation. Yeah. But I think specifically in Atlanta, like DJs need to be more appreciated, right? I think it's a saturation of DJs in Atlanta, which is why it might be a little more difficult for us to be compensated correctly.
So, is there like a difference when you do like as far as like how the business goes when you do in business in other clubs in other states versus
Absolutely.
Atlanta?
Yeah, I get paid quadruple times what I get paid in Atlanta. In different, I could go right now if I could book a club in L.A., New York, and get paid quadruple times what I get paid.
Do you think that because of the saturation that's going on in Atlanta?
That's on every street. In
all right, so 1, and then 2, I think the mentality of like Atlanta, everyone being here, this is the Black Hollywood, right? Yeah. So like 1, and then 2, kind of like a lot of DJs are built here. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of DJs came from starting off to being in the position where a lot of DJs are at now, right? Mm-hmm. So if you did not come up here, then you will come here and get the bag.
Yep.
If you come up here, then it's gonna be a little more difficult in trying to get the bag. It's more like a respect thing at that point, right? I was here, and then now I'm here. Now respect me enough to pay me what I deserve, right? But yeah, I think it needs the conversation needs to be like, you know what I'm saying, had. And it needs to be a unity of DJs to like put their foot down, but like, yo, I'm not doing this for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, absolutely, I cannot DJ for $150, $120 for 4 hours. It's insane.
It's not happening.
I will DJ for 20 minutes for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 30, 40 tops. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not doing that. Because that's disrespectful to me and my brand and my craft. Mm-hmm. Right? And I get the argument of being like, oh, you're getting paid $150 an hour. I don't give a fuck. There's nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't give a fuck.
That's not me. The club, like, if you want to be realistic, the bars make $10,000 to $15,000 at a good club a night. Pay me from the bar. Pay me from the club. You as a promoter shouldn't be paying me at all, actually. Yep. You know what I'm saying? It's the reality of it.
If your business is good.
If your business is good, like, honestly, if I go to a club and I see 2 bottles out, that's my pay. Right? That's $500 a bottle. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's the argument about? What's the conversation?
Bring a counter to the club when you closing one night or stuff like that, and you banging it. Watch how many bottles go out. Count that bottle. Look at them bottles, and then punch up them numbers real quick, and then look at how much they paying you at the end of the night, and ask yourself, does this make sense? Mm-hmm. Even like with Atlanta, you know, it's so weird because I hear hosts getting paid more than DJs, and they'll probably do like 2 hours of talking out of the 4 hours that they're there and still making more money than you, not even doing the technicals, just being able to talk. And a lot of DJs, We don't really need a host if you're skilled in that talking. So can I get that bag on top of this bag
they
too?
won't.
Like, they not
Like, how do you
doing
feel
it.
about that? Promoters paying hosts and DJs, but when they just have a DJ who can host, say that the host didn't show up.
I never had that problem. This is because of respect thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I built so many personal relationships with so many promoters and club owners that they know what not to do. You're not gonna disrespect me like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I said. I think it's wild. It's fucked up, but it's the reality of it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna be paid the same as somebody else just because of respect value and you know what I do and what I can do. You know what I'm saying? It's just the reality of it, right? So, yeah.
So switching it up a little bit. I know you got your own brand, clothing line and stuff like that. Where can they find, this PForReal clothing? Because you marketing pretty good out there, going on tour, get that off.
Yes, you know what? I should have worn my shirt today, and I was late, and that was my fault. I threw anything on, so don't mind me. I apologize, y'all. But yes,
You should have brought some merch.
yeah. So PForRealapparel.com, or you go on my DJ PForReal Instagram, DJ PForReal. And then ForRealapparel.com. I got my t-shirts and my hoodies, and I started my merch on tour a few years ago, and it's been going crazy since then. So
Yeah.
And last question, because this is the most important question. Why do DJs need love?
DJs need love because we're human, okay? We're not just the asset in the party, okay? Let me rephrase this. We need to be respected, okay? We need to be loved, all right? Yeah. We are your entertainment, okay? We control your vibe, your emotions. I can make you cry, smile, fall on the floor, crump. You know what I'm saying? I control your emotions and your vibe. The time you're with me, I entertain you, okay? So show me, appreciate me. It's a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? If I'm putting you through all those emotions, you know what I'm saying? Just say hi or something.
Yeah. What do you have going on for the rest of the year?
I'm chilling. My birthday on Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
It's sad season.
I'm ready.
Hey, this episode with all
What you doing for your birthday?
Big Sag, huh?
You celebrating? Going anywhere?
Nah, I'm chilling. I'm gonna be 30 plus. So
look, PForReal had me drunk on my birthday. We
lit on his birthday. Yeah. So I'm chilling. I might do something maybe top of the year, but I ain't, I'm happy to be alive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I might bring the party in. I might DJ somewhere. I'm not sure yet.
Once again, that is another episode of the DJs Need Love 2 show. We want to thank PForReal one time for coming through.
Thank y'all for having me. This is great. Thank y'all.
Once again, if you like the content, you like what you're seeing, hit that like button. Go in our comment section. Comment who you want to see us interview next. And last but not least, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification. That way you get all the newest and latest right here with the DJs Need Love 2 show. We out.